We are David John Hall, and we have done our presentation on self-care and burnout. So, taking care of ourselves is obviously important, but what we aim to figure out is why. Why is taking care of ourselves important, and how can we better do that? So, one bit of research that we found was a study done on full-time nurses by SciFlow, and this study was aimed at trying to figure out why some full-time nurses who had just as hard or as difficult of a shift as other nurses were more efficient, more reliable, more happy, and had a better sense of fulfillment in their careers. So basically what these researchers did is they went and they looked at all the different aspects of these nurses' lives, and they found a correlation between the nurses who had a higher energy level and were more efficient and happier in their careers with how well they took care of themselves, meaning they went on vacations, they visited with family, they took time to sleep and eat and to exercise, and those nurses were the ones who overall had a better work experience and were able to avoid getting burnt out. So we mentioned burnout. What is getting burnt out? Well, burnout is when you lose motivation because you do the same task over and over and over again, the stress of the job, everything about work, and that makes you feel hostile and can also make you irritable and lose your sense of motivation for what you're doing. And so now we're going to talk about a few ways that we can avoid feeling burnt out by taking better care of ourselves.
All right, so to take care of yourself, you need to have time to do so. So time management is a great way to make sure that you have all the resources that you need to get things done. So you can manage your time by creating a schedule, whether it's monthly, weekly, or daily, something to keep you on track so you know what's happening. You can set realistic goals and objectives to make sure that you're achieving everything that you want to. And along with that, you need to recognize deadlines and prioritize your tasks so that you are doing everything that you need to. And don't be afraid of delegating tasks or asking for help from other people, because there's always going to be somebody willing to help you out. And so some benefits of time management. It makes you more productive as you are making sure you're getting things done and not just messing around. It also reduces stress since you know you're on top of things. And then it also allows for leftover me time since you're allowed to have that extra time at the end.
There are three main ways that you need to take care of yourself physically in order to be able to function at your best: sleep, exercise, and correct eating. First, sleep. According to the Sleep Foundation, young adults need 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night. So making sure you get those hours are important, as well as having a good sleeping space. If you're constantly studying on your bed, then you're not going to be able to sleep as well as if you were studying somewhere else and then having your space just to relax and sleep. Also, exercise. You need 30 minutes in order to get the general health benefits that everyone always says about exercising, including greater ability to think and more energy. So start out small and work your way up to however long you want to be working out. And also, when you work out with people, it helps you keep your motivation and push yourself even more. Lastly, eating right. In order to get all the vitamins you need for your body to function properly, you need fruits, vegetables, grains, protein, and dairy. To start out, you don't need to be picky about each serving, but just focus on getting each of those food groups. And as you get in those good habits, then you can focus on getting as much as your body should need.
Taking care of your body isn't the only way to take care of yourself, though. We also need to take care of our mental health, including our lifestyle and our happiness. Roger Walsh wrote an article in 2011 about lifestyle and mental health, where he listed several TLCs, which are therapeutic lifestyle changes. These included exercise, as Catherine said, but there are other changes that you can make in your life that have to deal purely with your mental health, such as being in nature, having strong relationships with people, and taking time to just enjoy what you like doing. Relaxation and stress management are also good ways to do this, and those along with spiritual involvement could be like meditation or just taking time to read or having quiet time. Service and gratitude are another great way to focus on the good things in life and to take care of your mind. And all of these changes in lifestyles that we have will all contribute to greater happiness and peace in our lives and will help us to find more meaning in our life.
Okay, so it's important to do all these things to take care of your health, but often we find it hard to find time to do that between being an RA, doing our schoolwork. So that's why it's so important to set boundaries. Boundaries are effective in creating an atmosphere of love, acceptance, and respect. They build mutual consideration and respect between residents and RAs. They allow you to express your limits, they prevent conflict, and they build win-win power structures, and they create less stress. So often it can be kind of tricky setting boundaries. We can feel guilty for saying no, and sometimes just it can be hard talking to the residents about it. But here are some tips on how to set boundaries in order to make your life just a little less stressful. So it is important that you set firm limits with the residents. You can offer a substituted behavior, use nonverbal assertiveness, and remember that there are only so many hours in the day. When setting boundaries, it's important to know your limits and then going from there. As Brene Brown said, it's better to choose discomfort over resentment.
So in conclusion, if we take care of ourselves, we'll be able to reach our highest potential, as we talked about in class, which is, getting your food, your water, you're feeling safe, having your friends, achieving what you want to do. And you can do this by time management and making sure that you have time in your schedule to exercise, to eat healthy, and to get enough sleep. And so if you take care of yourself and make sure that your needs are all getting met, you'll be able to reach your self-fulfillment and reach self-actualization and not be burned out. And so that gives you an opportunity to help others reach the very same thing and encourage them to do the same. So this way of living can definitely help you to achieve more as an RA and overall in your school and personal life. And if you set boundaries so that other people don't just overstep your time, and so that you can achieve what you need to achieve, you'll also have more freedom and you'll feel better and be able to help them better.